down by my feet, for March the 28th, just coming out, we've got primrose. And it hasn't even opened its flower up yet. So, but by most normal year standards, that would be a very late primrose. But of course, this year is most strange, to say the least. Very little bird song. Now, a month ago I came up recording bird song, and there were lots of song thrushes singing here, and the beginnings of the blackbirds getting going. So I'm talking about really the beginning of March. But let's have a listen. Really, it's sounding as though it's winter. All we've got really in the background is robins singing, a few robins squaring off against each other. Jackdaw above us. Had a buzzard earlier. The buzzards are beginning to display today, but it is a lovely day out in the open. I'll turn around to the open and away from the woodland. It's a lovely sunny day out there in the fields. Pheasant calling there. Okay, so this little trip today, going to keep it short and snappy, is just looking around for the first signs of spring in this woodland, not forgetting the date, of course, and the fact that the temperature today is still only a mere 2.5 degrees. I think I can hear deer just moving through the undergrowth. There's a path here which is actually an animal path. It's not a path made by people. People now use it, and it used to be a fairly straight path here, but it's changed. It's got a lot more squiggly. I'm going to walk up this path really quietly, as quietly as I can, and see if we can have a close encounter with the deer. Got one, looking straight at me. Lovely buck, roebuck. Again, I got the wrong lens for this particular shot. Very difficult to change lenses when you've got the animal right in front of you. And she's quite slow, so we might get a bit of a better view. And you can really see the camouflage on this animal coming out. I'm trying to hold the lens really steady here, no tripod work, but he's right in front of me. He's about 50 meters away. Switch off and see if I can go a little bit closer without him running away. Interesting, he's just casually walking away. He's not really perturbed by me at all. I'm going to leave this one in peace unless he shows himself down this ridge. Probably just about make him out. I can't look in the viewfinder at the same time. I can't see what the camera's picking up. It's a reoccurring theme with these videos, isn't it? The joys of a DSLR without any budget. Badger activity is also a good sign of spring being advanced or on the way. So we've done the deer, we've seen primrose, we've talked about the weather. Everybody talks about the weather. Let's go to a badger set and see what they're up to at the moment. I think if I go across this way, I'll follow the main badger trail back to the set. Right, let's go. It's almost as though every little bit of the wood I go to sees a different... I'm having to stop myself very quickly. There's another deer, another roe deer right in front of me. I think there's two. Right, I'm going to switch off and put the zoom on this lens. Well, here's the badger set, and it's looking very good indeed. We've got multiple entrance holes here actually being used. You can actually see the fresh digging that's going on. Sure sign that they've got cubs. expect the cubs to be above ground by at least mid-April, towards the end of April. Sometimes it can be quite late. Depends how the weather's affected them, but the point is this set is fully functional. And another reason why that's good news is that this set has gone on decline for at least the last 5 years. But now I can see that there's multiple holes being opened here and being utilised. Some of the holes that have actually been filled in the past, these two in particular are deteriorated, but they're both being opened up again. This one's particularly clean here. That's really good news. This one here is a new one. I hadn't registered that one before. And the one I particularly like is this one here. This is the one where they've had lots of human interference here. And basically what's happened is that people have tried to rock them in, put boulders in to try and stop them, and have a look. They have an answer to that. Dig it away. Not a problem for a badger. Okay, I'm going to leave these animals in peace now. They're probably asleep, underground. I don't think they'll take too much notice of me walking over the top and continually talking, simply because this is a main thoroughfare for people. Lots of people walk across here on a regular basis. But still, time to move away. Now, there's a bird that lives in this wood, but spends most of its time outside, either hunting or just generally patrolling, and you can hear them at the moment. Hopefully the microphone's picking them up, or this chat's going to be a waste of time. These are the common buzzards. There's about a dozen of them displaying in the sky around the woodland at the moment. So beautiful mewing calls from them. There's one over here calling, and another one straight out here. One's coming closer. And this is another great sign that the whole thing's come full circle. The nesting season's about to get going again. There's a couple of buzzards here through the trees. This lens isn't going to pick them out. They're just soaring up through these trees here. Three buzzards. A bit of a territorial rivalry going on. And you get a lot of this during this time of year, just basically showing off, particularly the females showing off. You can usually get good numbers breeding along the whole of this ridge. So with the buzzards calling behind me, this is probably a great place to stop and actually call a halt to this, because there's really not much else going on in this beginning of spring woodland. So again, reminder, it's the end of March, it's 2013, it's very quiet, there's not much growth going on, we've still got the bitterly cold easterly winds. At least the buzzards are seemingly okay and thinking it's spring, and the badgers look good. The deer were great. But it's going to be interesting keeping an eye on how this season actually develops. I'll do another one of these in exactly the same place in, let's say, 3 weeks' time. See what the difference is. Be quite interesting, wouldn't it? Okay, we'll do that. And so from me, about to fall over. Bye for now.